What is happening YouTube? It's Jonathan Mellor here at FatJonnyFitness. I'm currently sat downstairs at the moment in my house at 6:15 in my trusty dressing gown with a nice morning coffee. I'm joined by my two dogs as well, but I'll not show you them because they'll wonder what's happening. So today's the first day back at the gym after about a week and a half off training due to a short recovery period that I've just had. I'm quite looking forward to training because I've sort of been flat for the last week and a half, but I need to take it steady today. I can't lift heavy, so it's just going to be sort of like a light, sort of high volume session today, just sort of get back into the feel of things. I've also not had any breakfast because I like to train fasted nowadays because I find that helps with not feeling bloated during training, and I also find that, excuse me, and again, I also find that I've got more energy when I train, because my body's not wasting time breaking down any food that I've had for breakfast, because it'll end up being quite close to training. So I'm just going to have my coffee, I'll have my pre-workout creatine before I go to the gym, and I'll see you when I get there.
I'm here, guys. I feel like a kid in a sweet shop. You know when you've not had anything for a long time and you're craving it, you're really excited. That's how I feel right now. Let's get a pump on.
Warmed up. Well, I'm continuing to warm up. It's freezing in the gym today, so I've got to make sure that my limbs are warm and my chest's warm. So I'm just doing 60 kilo on the bar. I'm going to do another warm-up set on that, and then I'm going to up the weight gradually and see how I feel.
Yeah.
That's flat bench done, so we did 4 sets of 10, gradually increased the weight, but I ended up doing like 3 sets on 100. So I'm just going to move on to some incline dumbbells now, something I've not done for a while, so should be fun. Right everybody, so now that I've sort of settled myself in back at home and had some food, I thought I'd just take a brief few moments just to explain about the importance of taking time off the gym and giving yourself a period of rest. Now, you know, I personally think that a lot of people who train don't want to take any time off the gym because they're worried that they're going to lose any sort of, you know, progress that they made over a set period of time. Now, I'm not going to lie, this was the first training session that I did today for almost 2 weeks, and I didn't feel as strong as I did 2 weeks ago, but that's down to a number of factors. It's down to, you know, I'm not 100% in myself anyway because I'm still taking medication, and I've not been feeling that well over the last couple of days. So factoring those two elements in, I didn't feel 100%, so I was never going to feel that strong anyway. Now I opted to do a lighter workout today for the fact that, you know, obviously I've had almost 2 weeks off the gym and I don't want to jump straight back into the heavy weights that I was lifting beforehand because I'll just be asking for an injury. But back to my, you know, initial point of rest and why I think it's important. I think as you train over, you know, a long period of time and you're constantly breaking down those muscles, you could be eating as much, you know, calories
as required. You can, you know, increase your protein intake to enhance the muscle repair, but your muscles are never going to fully, like, 100% recover if you're consistently training, I don't know, 5-6 times a week. Now, I was doing a push-pull leg split prior to my operation, and I was doing that 6 days a week. So I was doing pull. I was basically doing each workout, well, 2 different workouts, but twice a week. So you can imagine the strain that was putting on my body. Now, fortunately, because I was eating enough, like quite a lot of calories, and I still had the Sunday as a rest day, and the fact that I'm not an advanced lifter by any means, but I'm training long enough to be able to handle 6 days straight training. It was definitely not easy, put it that way, but I felt okay, and I felt like I was progressing consistently week on week. But I was actually going to give myself probably a week off running up to the Christmas period anyway, just because I'd not had a week off for a long time, and I felt like my body just needed time to sort of fully recover. And personally, having a week off the gym, you're not going to lose any strength. You might feel slightly weaker when you go back because you've not had that muscle activation for 7 days, but your muscles remember movements, and after a week or so back in the gym, you'll probably find yourself getting back to, you know, the same levels of strength or cardiovascular activity that you were at beforehand. I don't do cardio, so that's why I kind of just didn't know what I was going to say then. But anyways, I feel personally that I didn't feel too strong today. As you can see in this video, I weren't lifting that much weight, but I've actually gone from doing low reps, high weight, to lower weight, higher reps. So I'm actually lifting more volume over the course of the training session, and I was actually giving myself reduced rest times today as well. So that was why I sort of felt the lactic acid build up sooner than anticipated. But I just want to sort of say that, you know, having time off the gym is not bad. You know, if anybody tells you otherwise, then they're talking a lot of rubbish, because, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you're going to risk overtraining. Well, I can tell you now, if I'd have trained 6 days a week constantly for another 8 to 12 weeks, my body would have been in an overtrained state. And the disadvantage of that is that you actually go backwards. You don't go forwards anymore, you go backwards. So I believe that, you know, taking at least even a few days, or preferably a week, off the gym every sort of 4 to 5 months, just to give your body enough time to 100% recover. And another thing that'll help with is it'll help keep you injury free. Like, I've been training quite a long time now. I first started training when I was 16, but for around about 5 years, 4 or 5 years, I was just doing it for fitness, because I was a footballer as well. But for the last sort of 6 years, I've got more into the bodybuilding side of things, and I can say hand on heart that I've not had a major injury from training ever. And that's due to the fact that I don't overtrain, and I give myself ample rest time when required. You know, if you feel a little injury coming on, like a little niggle in my shoulder, which I used to have, you can't just train through it, because you're only going to aggravate it more. You need to give yourself time to heal. So I'm just going to finish it up there. You know, I don't want to blab on any more about rest. I'm not going to be able to go into any sort of scientific terms without doing more research on it, but I'm just talking from my experience with resting and why it's important. So, you know, I hope you found the video useful, and you know, I'm looking forward to sort of getting back into the gym on a consistent basis, but I'm still going to ease myself back into it for the next week or two, and then I can start, you know, lifting those heavier weights again, and hopefully for more reps than before. But with it leading up to Christmas, there's only one way up for me, because I'm going to be getting heavier from all the food that I'll be eating, and hopefully I'll see some more strength gains in the gym. So it's been nice to talk to you, and I will see you in the next clip. Weren't allowed to lift any sort of weights at all for at least 7 days, but I opted. Jackson!